I need you more. Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Today it is Thursday, right? Today's Thursday. I don't know, my days are blending all together. Let me know what the volume is like. Let me know if the volume works. But yeah, like I said, my days are kind of blending all together. This lockdown is putting a number on me. Let me see. Today is Thursday. I was right. It is Thursday today. So today is April 23rd, a beautiful Thursday. Good morning, guys. I'm gonna check the sound real quick. I'm gonna do a sound check, and then I'll be right back. And so give me 1 second. I'll be right back, and we'll start looking at some stuff. But I'm gonna do a sound check real quick. Let me know if you want to be early. Let me know what it sounds like, what I sound like relative to the music. Really. Thank you. Alright, that should be noticeably better. I turned the music down so you guys can hear my beautiful voice this morning. So let me know if that works, and if it does, we'll be good to go. What year is it, Netron? I don't know, man. I think it's like 2030, but I might be wrong. I've been here for so long. I'm about to just start, building a fort in my house. That's what I feel like. Oh, man. Alright. Yes. Sound good? It's a good blend. It's fine. It's a little bit too loud for me. I listened back to it. I couldn't really hear much. Oh, man. Alright, I'm waking up. Okay, guys. So, let's see what we got this morning. What's up, Terry? Thank you, bro. Alright, so we got CPAH gapping up from 220s to 390s for CPAH. We can look up the catalyst behind this move. Alright, so this is Counterpath, and they saw fourth quarter sales of 3.6 to 4 million versus the 3.8 million estimate. Fiscal year 2020 sales from 11.6 million to 12 million versus the 14.6 million estimate, and they said experienced a quote solid uptake across our business this quarter. What is Counterpath? It's a global provider of award-winning, unified communications and collaboration solution for enterprises and service providers that today announced they're providing an update on the impact of COVID-19 of the company. So basically good results for the most part. Some of these were a little bit below expectations actually, but it's up because of it. I guess the overarching results were good. So that's CPAH gapping up again from 221 to 390. We got IMMU here, which is almost certainly a biotech stock. At least it feels that way. I can feel it in my heart. It's a biotech stock. This is Immunomedics. It's the first FDA-approved antibody drug that conjugates the target's TROP2 antigen. It's Trodelvy, and it's the first antibody drug conjugate approved by the FDA that's specifically for relapsed or refractory metastatic triple negative breast cancer. Nailed it. So that's what Immunomedics is. That's what IMMU is. And again, why do they gotta use these unnecessarily large words? They're like, you could have just said something different. Trotably is the first antibody drug conjugate approved by the FDA specifically for relapsed or refractory metastatic triple negative breast cancer. Unnecessary. Not the drug, the wording. But that's the news on this one. It's the first basically mixture drug that's approved by the FDA that targets refractory metastatic triple negative breast cancer. At a certain point, you just think they're fluffing this up and making it sound cooler. Listen, my wife has the BRCA2 gene, and so it's like, I'm for stuff that helps target breast cancer, but they're using all these unnecessarily large words just to try to hype it up, and it's unnecessary. But yeah, so the FDA granted accelerated approval for their Trodelvy drug, and so that's what it really is. It's FDA granting approval for it, accelerated approval for IMMU, which is a good news. It's a good catalyst. It's a real catalyst, and this stock is up about 50% because of it. So yeah, it's up about 50% because of it, which is good. You know, we'll see what happens. I'll watch it. We got WLL, which is up. Looks like this is up about 30%, or so. Up about 30%, it looks like, for WLL. We'll see what happens with that as well. SNBR gapping up some here. I don't see any catalyst behind this move. It had a first quarter EPS that came out yesterday for Sleep Number, and I guess that's SNBR. I just don't see any other catalysts except for those results that came out yesterday, maybe. Yeah, first quarter results that were positive came out yesterday. I'll go ahead and go over WLL. We had a few people talking about it. It's just a little bit low for my price preference here, but we can look at it. Sorry, I'm waking up, team. Alright, so this is Whiting Petroleum, and they are up after first quarter 2020 results that came out that were positive for the most part as well for WLL. It's an energy stock. We also have NBR, LVS, which is Las Vegas Sands here. Alright, so they had first quarter results that came out yesterday for LVS. And they had a buy rating that was maintained. They also raised the price target to 57 by Nomura. They were upgraded as well. So yeah, positive first quarter results and some upgrades for Las Vegas Sands. We'll see what happens with that one as well. We got Chesapeake Energy here. Which, man, like, it's surprising that this one was so high. Just to put this into perspective, man, this stock, they must have done a split. That has to be it. No. Oh, yeah. Certainly a split. This was 4 days ago. I was about to say, man. So, yeah, they're not really up that much. They just did a split 3 weeks ago. When was this? This was on 4/15. Yeah, it's a reverse. It's a 1 to 50. Oh man, it's a 1 to 50 to 1 to 200. 1 for 200 reverse to split, or reverse split on CHK. And that's why I looked at the stock and I was like, my logic behind really getting interested in this one is because Robinhood and Webull used to give away these stocks, right? There used to be some of their free stocks. There used to be Chesapeake. When I would open up a Robinhood account, they would give me Chesapeake Energy. And to see it up to $20, I was like, well, man, this thing's up like 400%, 500%. from where it was whenever Robinhood gave it to me, and I immediately sold it. So maybe I should have just held some, or maybe it was a good investment. But then I was like, wait a minute. I mean, no stocks Robinhood give you end up going up. They almost certainly all go down. They give you like TiVo, which has crashed down, or they'll give you like CHK. And so then I was like, let me look back to see if this thing has had any reverse splits, to see if it's been saturated, if the stock has been saturated basically, and it's actually at the same price. You would be making the same you would have, or less from it than you would have a year ago. And so I looked at it, and sure enough, this thing has had anywhere between a 1 for 50 to 1 for 200 reverse split. And that basically means they saturate the shares. They are effectively adding more shares into the company when this happens, and so individual shares are subsequently worth less after the split. So yeah, that's what happened with Chesapeake Energy. Regardless, I mean, it's up a little bit, but just a terrible company in my opinion. Who knows, man? Maybe I'm wrong. It's just my take on it. But yeah, we got BLPH. We got SPH. We got MLCO. We got WIN. Some other hotel stocks. Let's see what the market is doing. The market is up, so we're nice. We're up here. That's good. Market is up a little bit today, not a huge amount though. A lot of sideways action. Some other stocks like the microchip stocks are actually up pretty big. Look at the micro stocks move here. They're gapping up some, except or AMD is. AMU is kind of, but we got a few movers here. Alright, let me catch back up with the chat. Is there a way to get a pop-up when the stream starts? Yeah, Rocket, so you subscribe and then you click the bell next to the subscribe button. If you subscribe and then click the notification, if you click the bell notification next to the subscribe button, it will give you an alert every single time we go live, which is every weekday morning at like 8:15. Alright, let me catch back up on the chat. Sound good? It's fine. Swung snap overnight. I'm done for the day. Hey, nice, JB. Is there a monthly fee for the scanner? Yeah, it's Trade Idea scanners. They're legit scanners, though. Jobless claims are 4.4 mil, which is down, but still high, though. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at the overall market news in a minute. Appreciate it. What's up, Terry? 2020, the year that wasn't. Coffee, yes, sir. What's up, Tiny? Good morning. Hope you're doing well. No, John, I'm from the future and you are a multi-billionaire there. I'd hope so, man. I mean, being a billionaire is cool and everything, but like, I'm not really striving to be a billionaire. I mean, I wouldn't mind, obviously, but I feel like I would try to, I don't know, man. Your perspective changes as you work harder for something, and so if I worked hard to get there, it'd be hard to give it all away. But I think if I made $1 billion, I'd like to give a lot of it away. But maybe that's just me being self-righteous, and you know, I don't know, man. We'll see. I'll certainly be a millionaire one day. I'm not yet. At least I hope I will. If I keep going on track, I will. I'll say that, you know. But we'll see. Hopefully so. Hopefully you're right. I'm here every day, but anyone knows where he gets the great music? What's up, Omar? Yeah, it's from Epidemic Sounds. Epidemic Sounds licensing website. IMMU got FDA approval for breast cancer. Yeah, for sure. The wording FM makes sense to me. As one of my best friend's moms relapsed and she talks like that. Yeah, I mean, so my wife has what's called the BRCA2 breast cancer gene, right? Which is like a really aggressive breast cancer gene. My wife, Carol, that you saw yesterday, has actually had a bilateral double mastectomy already. When she had one when she was like 24. When I was, I married her when she was right in the middle of it. But we had been together for 4 years prior to that. And but yeah, so in her 20s she had a bilateral double mastectomy, and now has implants put in, which is great for her. She loved it because she got to, after you have implants you can effectively pick the size of them, which is, cool for me, I guess. But yeah, so she knows a lot about it. It's basically she didn't actually have cancer, but she the likelihood that she would get cancer in her 20s or 30s was so high that she did it as a precautionary thing. If you see like Angelina Jolie, they have the same gene that my wife and probably my daughter's gonna have. And so yeah, so I know a little bit about it. I'm not a lot. A lot of it still sounds like a different language to me, but I know a little bit. My wife probably knows more about it. But like I said, it's good news for me. I'm for anything that fights breast cancer, obviously, because like when she had my son, it was like a big mess because the way it works is they do the mastectomy, which they remove your breast, and then they put expanders in, and you have to wear these expanders where they pump, where they kind of slowly increase them over time to stretch the skin out, and then they'll give you implants once that is done. When my wife had these like really hard expanders in, we found out she was pregnant with my son actually, and so my wife had to go through the entire pregnancy with my son with these really hard expanders in prior to having my son, and she had to go through the entire pregnancy, and then after she had my son, that's when she had the expanders taken out and she had them swapped out for implants, but she had to go through that entire process while she was pregnant, so it was a big ordeal. Luckily my son turned out fine, and he's smart, really smart kid. But yeah, that's the story of how my wife was pregnant with my son. What is your trading strategies? I'm mostly a scalper. Sometimes I'll trade like VWAP, mostly VWAP day trading strategies as well. Like VWAP fades, bounces, and then scalping momentum moves. A lot of the time they revolve around like low of the day breaks and stuff like that. Nice, Tidy. Trying to get greasy today in oil stocks rhetorical. Hey, nice, man. I have a question. Do you think Gush is a good stock to buy in? I have no idea, man. I'm not an investor, bro. So I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I'm more so just a short-term day trader. That's it. So what it's gonna do, I really have no idea, man. What a stock's gonna do a week from now, I really have no idea. Mitch knows a little bit more than I do, but I'm mostly a very short-term day trader. As if you ever watch, it's very short-term. Very momentum-based, and so like fundamentally, in a week from now, 2 weeks, a month, a year, I have no idea, man. And I would say something. I just don't want to tell you the wrong answer. I don't want to say yeah, sell it, and then it crashes down, and then it rips up, or you say yeah, buy it, and then it just crashes down, and you're like, man, this dude doesn't know what he's talking about, because I really don't with regard to fundamental investing. I have no idea, man. I'm just not much of a fundamental investor. I'm more technical and mostly a day trader. And I'm successful when I day trade. I day trade every day. Like I said, you could look at my P&L. Even though yesterday I only ended like up $35, you could look at my P&L at the end of every day and see how long I've been on this green streak. Like you can look at my P&L at the end of every single day. I think it's the last 3 weeks, and you'll see that I have been green every day for the last 3 weeks, and I streamed it all live on YouTube to where I can't fake it if I wanted to. And so with scalping and day trading, I know what I'm talking about. With long-term investing, I really don't. And I don't want to say the wrong thing and make people get the wrong impression that I know what I'm talking about with fundamental investing, because I really don't. Do billions get bored with life? I would think so, man. That's the thing, man. Like, part of the fun for me is like the it's like the challenge of it, Like, I like the challenge of it to where to where like building stuff up is like fun for me. And so like I have a really weird personality to where like I obsess over things, right? Like I obsess and I obsess and I obsess over things. It might be ADD actually, but I like obsess over something, and I'll get like really obsessed over one thing, and then if I'm not interested in it, I just don't even pay any attention to it all, and then I just get really obsessed over like one or two things at a time, and then I learn them, and then eventually usually I get bored with them, and I'll end up pivoting to something else, and I'll do something else for, I'll be really obsessed with something else, and then I'll get bored with that, and I'll have that kind of cycle over and over again. Just put 10 times more what this guy says and you'll be rich. That's right. It's at $30 a share, but when it started, it was at 80 G's. Yeah, I don't know, man. Everything is volatile. Be careful. Yeah, for sure. What's up, Douglas? My man, Douglas. You doing good, bro? What's up, bro? Been learning the basics recently, but everything seems like information overload so far with day trading. Yeah, with day trading, what you get, you start to research day trading, and what do you get, right? You get a bunch of Lamborghinis, you get a bunch of advertisements on Facebook like, yo, I've got this super profitable secret trading system that nobody knows about, and I'll sell it to you for $5,000. I have this amazing trading system that nobody ever knows about. The reality is, all of it's publicly available for free already. All of it's available for free already. The hard part is not the strategies. Strategies, you can find any strategy you want on Google or on YouTube already. It's all out there. If a selling point of a course is some super secret, top secret strategy that you don't know about, don't buy it. Because the reality is that they're all available for free out there. And the hard part of trading and being successful in trading is conditioning yourself. That's the hardest part. Your emotions are sabotaging you in trading, right? And so you need to just learn to build a trading plan and calculate risk reward, and then back test the strategies you're using so they have a favorable outcome, and then just use good risk reward ratios to let volume and good probabilities build your trading account. Like, that's all it is. And if you can condition yourself to do that, which takes years, just to put it into perspective, then you'll be successful. But it takes years. It's not something that you're just going to get right away. A lot of people start, they lose money, and then they give up, and they're like, oh, well, day trading's rigged. It's not rigged. It's just you don't learn it in a month, man. And you got to have a reasonable expectation for that, if that makes sense. But yeah, so SPY is kind of choppy. Let's see if we can find some catalyst behind the overall market today. Let's see. Yeah, that's how I try to. It's a video game with real winning if you play the game. That's why I try to get my friend involved in it. And I tell him, I'm like, look, dude, it's the closest thing to playing a video game for a living, except when you lose a lot. There's a lot on the line with it. And but it's just like learning a video game. Like when you learn a video game, it's conditioning, right? You're just conditioning yourself to beat that video game, to do well, to beat the boss or whatever it is. Same thing with trading, except, you're conditioning yourself to not lose money. And that's all it is. I appreciate the sub. I know we got a new subscriber. We got a few of them. We got Sang, we got Richard, we got Danny, we got... Is that Leanne? Oh, that's Gene. Appreciate the sub, guys. Welcome. But yeah, let's look at the market catalyst. Danny, appreciate the love, bro. Alright, but yeah, so let's look at the catalyst behind the overall market. Let's see if the ETF preview or something of the sorts is out. It is. No, it's not. Oh, it is. Okay, I was wrong twice. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and quote this, and this is from MT Newswires, and it's news regarding the overall market. It's the ETF preview on Thinkorswim, but it says, quote, stock futures were firmer ahead of the opening bell as Wall Street took on more optimistic attitude on expectations the U.S. House of Reps will pass the $500 billion bill that the Trump administration will use to spur growth amid the COVID-19 outbreak. The funds and legislation are part of a proposed $3 trillion package agreed earlier upon between the administration and lawmakers. Meanwhile, crude oil futures continue to recover after U.S. President Trump said on Twitter late Wednesday that he has, quote, instructed the United States Navy to shoot down and destroy any and all Iranian gunboats if they harass our ships, end quote. Volatility in the oil market has intensified in recent days as concerns about storage capacity piled onto pressure from falling global demand due to the pandemic and a weeks-long price war between Saudi Arabia and Russia. On the economic calendar, in addition to jobless claims data that already came out, which we'll go over in a second, shout out to everyone telling me the jobless claims, the PMI composite flash report will be out at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, which is 15 minutes after the bell, which is in about 45 minutes, really about 48 minutes. The Kansas City Manufacturing Index will also be released at 11 a.m. Eastern. And then we have commodities here with crude up over 12%. So at least we're getting a bounce back in crude and oil. We have the U.S. Oil Fund, which is up here as well. It's up 3.2%. We have natural gas is down 4%. We can look at like GAZ or UGAZ. We have the U.S. Natural Gas Fund, which is down 1%. And so natural gas down, oil is rebounding really nicely. And then we have gold that's up 1%. The Spider Gold Trust is up 0.5%. We can look at GLD here. And then we have silver up over 2%. The iShares Silver Trust is up 1%. You can look at SLV. And that's the market news, guys. Let's go ahead and look at the jobless numbers that came out. I can find that really quick here. And then we can go over that. Let me get Discord up in case Mitch joins us since I don't have it up. It feels good, man. It feels good. The Tradest.io spammers have had to pivot to the off-topic section. Never buy Tradest.io. It will destroy your computer, I think. Alright. And you gotta love Thinkorswim, man. You gotta love Thinkorswim, man. Thinkorswim is one of the single best resources a new trader can have. It really is. Thinkorswim is super versatile. Allows you to do a lot of cool stuff, like play Tetris or Minesweeper. But more importantly, has a free Benzinga Squawk chat room. It's got Trader TV, where you can basically watch CNBC from the Thinkorswim platform. It's got all this cool stuff. It's got global news that I can look at really quick. Just a really cool platform that shows me anything I need to know in the market, honestly. Alright, so yeah, the U.S. jobless claims WE is 4,427,000 versus the expected 4.2 million roughly, with a previous of 5.245 million. So it is lower than last time. The U.S. jobless claims 4-week average was 5,786,000 versus the previous 5.5 million roughly. U.S. continued jobless claims was 15.976 million versus the expected 16.47 million. So it's a little bit lower than expected. The U.S. initial jobless claims was 4.427 million versus the expected 4.2 million, so a little bit higher. U.S. jobless claims 4-week average was 5.786 million versus the previous 5.5 million, and so a little bit better, but still high, like somebody else said, somebody else mentioned, and that's about accurate. It's a little bit better, but still high. We can look at the SPY to see that we are up slightly, kind of in correlation with that. We are up pretty, we're up okay. We closed at 279. We are at 280.69. And so not too shabby here. We'll see what we get for the rest of the day with the overall market. Should be a fun, interesting day, I think. Hey, bro, is your scanner live? I mean, it's not fully live. I mean, there's like a slight delay, but it's not much. Anybody that streams Trade Ideas scanners has to have a delay, and if they're not, they're probably going to get their channel terminated if they stream Trade Ideas completely live. because trade ideas will flag them. And so, yeah, there's a slight delay, but it's not much. Good news is that people are going back to work. Yeah, for sure. Dude, do you think they'll allow you to get into the trading challenge even though you already had an intro account? Because I lost mine and I'm planning to go up for the trading challenge. You might be able to. You want me to ask for you? Marksman, I can ask for you, dude. You want me to ask if they allow that? Have you ever been into the trading challenge? Like, have you ever done it? Like, I'll reach out to them. I got you, bro. Here, I'll reach out to my contact and see what's up and see if they allow people in. Here's the thing. I know I've never done it. And, like, I would kind of like to try it. And I could even stream it. But I don't think they will. Just from my perspective. I might be wrong, though. Let me ask. I'm asking right now. Alright, I asked him. I'll let you know when he gets back to me, bro. That's right, Big Baller. Why do you have to delay the scanner? That doesn't seem fair. Well, I mean, honestly, I think it's very fair. I think all streamers have to have the delay, right? So it's not just me. It's all streamers have to have the delay. And honestly, because here's the thing, right? They're basically letting us use their service for free, right? Like, we're putting their service out there for free, you know. I'm sure a percentage of people that watch this stream would pay for trade ideas if I didn't stream this every day. You know, if other people didn't stream it every day. And so I think it's fair that they have some restrictions on it, because if not, they're just giving their product away for free, which from a business perspective, as a businessman myself, doesn't make a lot of sense. And so with that in mind, you know, it's kind of understandable. I'm not mad at them for it. I'll put it that way. I'm happy they let me stream my scanners. You know, I'm glad they let me do it. I think everybody should be happy they do, because they don't have to. They could just say, no, you got to pay for it, you know. And if you want to watch it completely live, you know, you got to sign up, I guess. Yeah, no stress. I got you, Marksman. I asked him, man. I'll let you know when they get back to me. He should get back to me sometime today. You know, too late to buy more. I don't know, man. Who knows what INO is doing? I don't like penny stocks because who knows how long this thing's gonna stay up. It's not really a penny stock, honestly. And honestly, the week-long trend looks really strong, man. Look at this thing, man. This thing is a beautiful trend, actually. So I retract my previous statement because this one doesn't look bad. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like I said, I like trade ideas. And here's the thing, like, right? Like, honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. The income I make from referrals from trade ideas does not pay for my trade idea subscription. So I'm still a net loss paying for trade ideas. It takes a little bit off the top. And so with that logic, I use trade ideas for a reason. You know, like I said, my income from trade ideas is not even enough to cover trade ideas, right? Like, I'm still losing money by paying for trade ideas, but at the same time, I'm getting the scanners cheaper than other people because I do get a little bit of referrals from it. And so it's not like I'm balling out of control with trade ideas referrals. And the reason I have them up is so you guys can use them and so I can use them specifically because I think they're really useful and valuable. We got Mitchy Rich in here. Let me check the sound. oversold RSI alert. Let me see, Mitch. I got you, bro. Yeah, I got you. I'm going to try to build that scanner for you. Mitch is asking me to build him a scanner. I'm going to try to. I got him. That'd be a good little thing to do on stream. Yeah, let me check it out, Mitch.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
There you are. What's up, bro? I was gonna say, let's just talk about it, man. It might be a good thing for the chat to hear anyway. You know how you kind of build a scanner. So Mitch wants an oversold RSI scanner. Let me check it out.
Yeah, the real key is, I've been training reversals, guys, so might as well get you guys a scanner so you guys can see these when they start getting on kind of these alerts, and at least bring the charts up for us. Then we can make our own decisions. Like always, alerts bring you to the charts that you want to see. They don't tell you to get in, or they don't tell you to get out. Always use alerts to get you to the stocks that you want to trade. Then use your strategies to trade them.
So here are the options they have. They have a 1 minute RSI, 2 minute RSI, 5 minute, 15 minute, 60 minute, and daily. Which one should it be?
Okay, so I would say anything in lower than 5 minute is just going to give you way too many alerts, because things go up and down on the 1 minute.
Right.
So I would at least say 5 minute. Really, I use the 15 minute to base complete idea of it's oversold or overbought. But let's do the 5 minute so it can get some alerts a little bit faster for us. And then we can look at the charts. Like always, guys, like I talk about, these bring you the charts. They don't tell you necessarily to trade that immediately. And I think that's an important thing. Also for a high of the day momentum scanner, and for those breakout scanners, those are the same thing. They get you the chart that's moving. They don't tell you immediately to get in. And I think this is an error that a lot of beginner traders get into. They think that alert scanners are just based off of, hey, that's the alert, get in. And that's not necessarily it. What they're trying to do is necessarily get you to the stocks the fastest. And that's what Trade Ideas is really good at.
Yeah, for sure. So at this point, I have a volume today of. Do you want any specific volume for the day, or do you want me to just remove?
Yeah,
that?
let's do a relative volume. Relative volume measure at least 3.
Okay, so 3 to 1.
Yep, because what you want is you want to be trading the hottest stocks on the market, because the hottest stocks on the market are going to get those greedy traders, those greedy retail traders that come in, push the stock way too far in one direction, and that's when we come in and capitalize.
Yeah, for sure. So 5 minute RSI, what's the length? Like 0 to 100? Sorry, I don't know how RSI works at all.
Oh, the length. You can leave that alone.
Okay.
What it's going to try to tell you is the measurements of the break, which I like to do 25 and 80. Okay. 25 is when it starts getting to that kind of oversold area. Then there's overbought also. So you can actually do a scanner for both. We're going to do a scanner for one of them here, and then we can figure out from that level. The real cool part is that you see how it gives you these really easy levels to go off of. It's not confusing. It tells you relative volume. You can actually click on that and it can explain it for you. Trade Ideas is amazing. The ability to make it easy for you to understand how to make these alert scanners, how to make these codings. And they're just really, really good at being a kind of a layout for you. If you want to make scanners, alerts, they're definitely the top. I think they're even going to do a trial, a demo.
Yeah, they're doing a test drive coming up in May. Is when it's going to be. Hey, but so what I'm running into here, and like I said, I don't know RSI very well. So it's asking me for the limit. The 5 minute RSI between 0 and 100, and that's the only RSI indicator it has. Like, it can do new highs.
You see how it says it right there, between 25 filters? That's fine.
This right here?
Yeah.
25 and 80. Okay. The 5 minute RSI between 25 and 80. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, that should work. Okay.
You see how those are my numbers also, 25 and 80. I tell you guys those numbers. Those are the ones you gotta look out for.
And you don't want it to be telling you if it breaks new highs. You just want it to be alerting us if that's it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And if you want, put the price of the stocks between $10 and $60.
Yep.
Because those are the ones that I trade, guys. Those are the ones that I do the best on. And I'm trying to stick to those. Every time I go above 60, it's so hard a lot of the times to measure the range. I think even John notices this a lot of the times. He's been nailing some of the bigger price scalps, but man, they're difficult. They definitely get difficult. As the higher price it goes, it's harder to tell the range correctly.
Yeah, for sure. So, hey, real quick, do you want me to? Do you want there to be a minimum volume in the last minute or a minimum volume in the last 5 minutes, or should I just delete that as well?
You can delete that as well.
Okay.
The real key is we're just going to go relative volume. Yeah, that's going to be our volume indicator.
Okay.
You don't want to go necessarily on a certain amount because different stocks trade at different volumes, you know? Like let's say Snap yesterday. Snap was trading at 44 million shares, but sometimes 5 million shares can move a stock. It really depends on the flow. So that's why I don't like to go off of those. I'd rather go off of a relative measure.
So it's not letting me do it. It's saying you have selected no alerts when I did that. Let me see. All right, so how about this standard deviation breakout? What's the alert you want? There's new high, new lows, standard deviation breakout, standard deviation breakdown, cross daily highs, resistance, cross
do
daily
standard
lows.
Deviation breakdowns, and you can do 2 as the measure.
Okay.
Why 2, guys? Because 2 is the standard kind of in the industry. You can see these on the VWAPs, Bollinger Bands,
Breakdown,
a whole
right?
bunch of different things. Yeah, breakdown.
All right, there we go. It's called breaking out on volume, but that's not what it is.
No worries, guys. We'll leave that up for now, and I'll work with John a little bit after stream to really kind of hone it down for us. Okay?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, for
but
sure.
At least you guys got to see us build one up and see it's relatively not hard at all.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of the ones that are already kind of giving you the parameters you should look for. Then you just determine kind of the variables.
Yeah, I'm just gonna name this one RSI breakdown, and we'll put it up here for when the bell rings. But yeah, that's how you build a scanner. There's a lot of other options that we can go more in depth with, but just trying to show you guys that so you guys can understand it.
All right. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Trying to catch up with the chat. What's up, guys?
What's up, team?
How we doing, Jay? How we doing, Big Baller? Mr. Kick Boo. We got Arrows. We got Netron in the house. Notice me. I noticed. Tiny Toons in the house. Chase, what's up? Robinson, Muhammad. We got Eros, Noah, Bill. Exciting day to trade. Of course, we got Brady Kim. Isaiah in the house. What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing? If you're new to the chat, definitely say hello. It's always good to see new people in the chat.
Yeah, Francis, I mean, it's all relative, man. Trade Ideas is like $115 a month, so it's like, that's going to be, if that's too expensive for you, it's going to be relative to the person. It just depends on how much money you're actually making trading. If you're a brand new trader and you're kind of cutting it pretty close with money, it's probably not the right thing for you because you just don't have enough money. It's a luxury that you can't afford. But if you're making money in trading and you want a little bit more of an edge and you have money to do it, I think it's fine. And I think it's like I said, it's kind of a luxury whether it's important to you or not. And, that's all subjective, brother.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. At the end of the day, it's not the cheapest, and for that we always have a free option. But you should always consider it as the way is if you're making money and it can make you more money, then yeah, it's worth it, But if it's not making you money, and if you're not making money right now, then maybe Trade Ideas you can hold off and wait until you start seeing that profitability, or that you can afford the monthly payments.
Right.
And that's what matters.
Yeah, for sure.
But until then, if you don't have Trade Ideas, one of the great things is we post it up for you guys.
Yep.
And yeah, it is a tiny bit delayed, and that's the only way we can get it to you without you paying all this money. But this way, you still guys have access to these gappers. You still have access to some of these alert scanners, and that's what we provided for you.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, if y'all want 15% off, there's the link. You can get 15% off and help support our beautiful channel here, team.
Isaiah, love that Brady.
Hey, Brady going to Mitch's team, the Bucks.
Oh,
They
don't
need Brady, man.
Team.
That's Mitch's team. Mitch
Nah, man.
worships the Bucks, man. That.
Don't do me like that.
He's coming from Florida,
I'm worse. I'm a Miami fan.
Oh man, get out of here, bro. I was a little scared. Honestly, I'll say this though about the Dolphins, man. I'll say this. Right, I'll say this. I was kind of hoping Burrow went to the Dolphins instead of the Bengals, man. I was really hoping he kind of did, because I would much rather see him go to Miami than go to Cincinnati, man. I know he's from Ohio, but Cincinnati doesn't even have an outdoor practice or an indoor practice facility, man. It's the worst team in football, and it's been the worst for decades. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's gonna be something else. It's definitely something to watch for. Gonna be interesting tonight. Finally, we get some sports action.
Yeah, at least something. I mean, Burrow's already drafted.
The draft.
Yeah, Burrow's already drafted, but at least it's something.
Hey, you never know. We'll definitely see what happens today. All right, guys, let's take a look at some of these stocks, some of these movers. As you guys know, yesterday, what a day for Snap. What a day. What a day. Over 40%. I think it was like a 40% move from the bottom. Let's see. Let me measure it up right quick. It's like a 35% move up there. So definitely going to be watching this one. Snap's going to be interesting. I personally actually made money shorting this one yesterday. I don't think there was many people that did. But I was able to catch this little pullback off the 1 hour resistance and get it down towards the support. I think this one's still going to be riding high a little bit, could be pushing up towards the 18 before it fades back. At least that's where the weekly resistance will be, somewhere up there towards 18. I think this one's really hot. You could see it continue on its way up. I personally don't like to short any candle that's that strong on the green, especially until I see a red day. And I have not seen a red day, so Snap would have to at least get up there to 18, so it could be super extended for me to even take a look at it. But yeah, you don't want to run into this one right out the gates and see it just jump up to 18. So be careful on shorts on Snap. Another one, guys, one to pay attention to, Ecoa. Ecoa is it's a big steel producer. It's actually up on today, did decent earnings. I think this is important for the market overall. Steel is a big thing in the U.S. economy, so we'll see if this is coming back or not. Another thing to watch, guys, is this stock. I really think today's the day that it can really start making its way back. FLIR has a big time support underneath it at 39. We've had this huge flag now starting to build on the hourly chart. The hourly chart has that big support at 39 and 38.50s. I think this one can make its way back up there to 41.03s. We'll definitely keep an eye on this one.
What's up, Abby?
All right, guys, we'll definitely take a look at these. Let's see what else we got here. What other stocks you can take a look at? Of course, Delta posted first quarterly loss since 2010. Delta getting hit. You can look to see if these are going to hold the support. Another one that's creating a huge time support, like LUV. Look at this support. Look how much it's trying to hold this support right here. Look to see if it breaks down the 21s today and starts heading through the 20s. That would really bring it down and really start bringing these stocks down. Another one, LUV. It started to break down that 30. See if it holds that 30 today, and it could start heading down through the 28s. Actually lower than the March 23rd date. We're getting lower than the low of the market. So these are definitely starting to take big hits. My JetBlue starting to get towards that area where I might add. I'm stuck up here at like 925s, but we're very small sizing, very, very small sizing. I expected to come back down towards this kind of 725 area and 650 area. That's where I wanted to go ahead and get some ads, and I might get some ads today. But yeah, the airlines are looking weak today. Car looking weak too. The rentals. We saw LB yesterday really take a hit. We eventually found out it was the investor that wanted Victoria's Secret pulled out of the deal, and that's what really knocked down LB. LB did get destroyed yesterday, so it's going to be very volatile towards the open. I think a lot of people are either getting out or stacking in because there's 49 million shares traded yesterday. There's a lot of people that panicked and got out, and there was a lot of people trying to bottom feed off these 850s. So let's see what happens today, and then we'll see if it holds $9 on downturns and it can get back up to 11. I think so.
Limited brands, man. It's been a while since I traded that one, dude.
Yeah, they got destroyed, and it actually caused the whole retail sector to just get hit hard. If you look at A&F, one that we thought that was going to go out of business a few months back, really starting to get hit down there to $9. One that's surprising me is really getting hit is AEO. I thought this company might survive through all these kind of big box retailers and kind of that kind of environment, but if you actually see this one looks really weak, guys. It broke the support. It's heading down through 670s, and it looks like it's heading down towards, let's say, like $4, something in that area. It really doesn't look like it's heading back anytime soon. Next support is down to about $4.85, $5. So this one really heading down and not looking good. Even stocks like Ross is struggling. I think in the long run, this one's going to make it out, but I think they're definitely struggling to hold their gains. One that I'm looking for shorts also today is eventually a pullback from Walmart. Walmart's been breaking out for 3 or 4 weeks now. We finally started getting a red candle on the weekly, and really you're starting to see these highs get created. Walmart's stuck between a range of 128 and 132. So look to see if those 132s are going to break out today. If not, it could break through that 128.50 and head down. Reason why I like Walmart is TGT, Target. Target actually getting hit today hard with negative news. Look at this drop in Target. That drop in Target is something that I expect to happen in Walmart. A big drop. It could come back, but I think because of this big drop in Target, you could see a big drop in Walmart.
Yep, for sure.
All right, John, take it right over.
All right, guys. So that's basically everything today, guys. We got about 5 minutes until the bell. As you guys can see, the SPY is up nicely today. We are at 280.50s here, and so we are gapping up some in the market. Again, it's from jobless numbers that came out that were a little bit lower than last time. They're still pretty low, but regarding where they're at now versus last time, relative to last time, they're pretty they're a little bit lower, and so that's good. We'll see what else we have here. I can also look at these numbers and give you the exact numbers again real quick. So the new U.S. jobless claims for the week ending April 17th was a whopping 4.427 million, the Bureau of Labor Statistics said Thursday. The consensus expectation was for 4.2 million new unemployment claims, and the prior week's figure was revised to 5.237 million. So a total of 26 million people in the U.S. have filed for unemployment benefits over a 5-week period. And so that's pretty big news here. Again, it's a little bit lower than last week, but it's still not great, and we'll see what happens. But I guess that's causing some bullish, optimistic sentiment. Again, in economic data releases, we have the PMI composite flash report is going to be out at 9:45 Eastern, so that's going to be in about 20 minutes or so, 19 minutes. And then the new home sales bulletin at 10 a.m., so in about 34 minutes. We also have some commodities here. Like I said, oil was up about 12% today. So oil is doing much better. We have the U.S. oil fund, which is up like 3 or 4%. And then we have natural gas, which is down a little bit. Gold is up slightly. And so that's the market, guys. We'll see what we get. We got 5 minutes. Let's do this. I'm going to get everything ready. And let's have some fun today, guys. Rest in peace, Macy's. Yeah, man, we'll see. Interesting, we'll see. But yeah, that's the market news, guys. Let's do this. We're going to be trading the open like we do every day. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning right here on YouTube. And so if you haven't, show support for what we do here. Hit that subscribe button. Click the bell. We do this live every single day. Get my scan and my screen ready. And we got 3 minutes, team, so let's do this. I'm gonna get that RSI scanner that we built up pretty soon here. Let me add that back. It should be saved under my strategies now. There we go. Alright, guys, let's do this. Let me lower this thinkorswim a little bit. There we go. My big, beautiful chart here. Let's do this, guys. So there's the SPY. I'm going to be watching AMD, MU like I did the last few days. We got 2 minutes, team. Good luck, guys. Alright, guys, we got about 2 minutes. Macy is John's baby? Not really, man. AMD's my baby, and I would never cheat on AMD with Macy's. You know, especially. You know. Alright, guys, let's do this. Here's the bell. In 30 seconds, guys. Let's make some money today. Like I said, I'm watching AMD, I'm watching MU, I'm watching Netflix, I'm watching CGC, Uber, Lyft, the overall SPY and S&P 500. I'm going to maybe watch a few other ones, but we'll see what we get today. We'll see what pops off on the scanners. Oh, yeah, let me get this, this new alert scanner I had up here. Here's that RSI breakdown scanner. I'm gonna put that right here. Unless nothing pops up on it, then I'm just gonna put it somewhere else. All right, AMD dropping pretty big at the bell. MU hasn't done anything. Netflix is up a little bit. Uber's up a little bit. SPY hasn't done too much here. Here's the overall market right now, down slightly. Sounds like a high school relationship. Alright, market's down. All right, guys. Big pull down in the market. Now we're rebounding a little bit. So AMD's down. We have the market, which is at 280.40s, but we're actually being pretty volatile this morning so far, guys. We got one big up wick and a big down wick as well, which shows some buying and selling pressure. Maybe a little bit of indecision here. Now we got a big down, not a big downturn, but we got a drop and then another big wick here. So the market's sideways. We're going to wait for it to break out of this range that we can see here, and then I'm going to try to trade off of some of that momentum. That's the range I'm looking to break. We got a really, really obvious level there. Don't tell anybody, Noah. You're not supposed to tell nobody, bro. But yeah, there goes the market. Just broke that range. Like I said, drew the range out. We're going to see if we can get AMD to rebound a little bit with it. I took 200 shares. Ooh, this is way too big of size. I'm going to take profits quick if we get it. I'm in AMD, fast trade. Like I said, I'm looking for the following breakout here for it. Not loving it. Should be small though. Let's get that breakout over 75. There we go. Nice, nice. Taking half off there. And big pullback. We're going to look for it to hold over that previous low.
All right, guys. I'm quickly in FLIR here, but I'm just trying to get out because the spread opened up on me when I tried to get in there. And it ended up getting me in at 40.22 instead of, I had for a moment there 40.02. And that's what I really wanted. I was going to risk off the 75. So now I'm just trying to get out and take some profit and get back in.
Yeah, I'm seeing if AMD can hold up here. I'm going to take half off and then hold my last little 50 shares just to protect myself. It's been way too volatile. It's not wanting to push over that previous low, and taking profits here can protect my account. We're also getting a little bit of lag and everything. So we're going to look for the breakout to happen here and take a small little win. A little bit early, but a win nonetheless. I'm going to get out there. A little bit less than $20 gain on the day. Small little win, but we'll see what happens. You said you're in something, Mitch?
Yeah, I caught myself a little bit trying to catch this one right out the gates. I got caught, so I'm trying to manage it now. I really didn't want to get caught up there, 40.22, but a market buy, not a good one for me today. Really bad decision there. Got caught in the spread, and it spread it up and caught me at 40.22s when I really hit the buy at 40. Right now we would have been already up, but now I'm just trying to manage it. I might have to just cut it off. I mean, it still looks really good because it's really positive, but I'm stuck at the top. I never like to be stuck at the top, guys. This one VWAP bounced right out the gates. I wasn't here at the gates. As soon as I saw it pull back a little bit right here at 95s, I was interested. It popped to 40, and then it popped to 40.22s.
Market ripping up big here. I would think that would help you. The market's ripping up big. Yeah, that should drag you up some, I think.
Yeah, I'm just trying to literally take some profit and then get the heck out.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
of my entry.
What I did the other day is like I would just scale out a half and then hold the other half. So I'm like, if I noticed myself a little bit too worried about one position, I'd just get out of like half of it. Even.
Oof, look at that 42 showing up. We give it one more second here, if not cut it. Because it might just break out through 40.50. It's 25, it's 41 showing up.
Lulu's the side chick, yeah. McDonald's climbing. Y'all are hilarious. Hey, AMD breaking out. Maybe I should have held a little bit more, man. There it goes. Market's just ripping up. What can I do? What can I do? At least we're getting a volatile day. You know, at least we're getting a volatile
Stop price.
Day.
Stop price placed there at 40.20s, guys. If it just pulls back, let it pull me out for a $2 loss. If it breaks out from here, let it break out, let it get through the 40.50s, and then I'll take some off. There's some shares getting bought up at 37s. There's 50 to show up there for a second there. Just not wanting to break that high of the day.
Yeah, everything's so extended on the upside now for a lot of these. I don't have any entry. AMD pulling back a little bit. Market's still ripping, breaking highs though. There you go.
Go up there to the 34s now. See if it can break through 50.
Look at MU breaking highs up here too.
There's 50 on the ask.
Ooh, I was trying to catch that momentum move. I might look at AMD here and take a little bit more, just like 100 shares, just to get my feet wet. I like this little pullback pivot move, and I can just get out if it breaks under 56.70. So I'm in with 100 shares here of AMD. Just gonna try to ride it up for a bounce up to the whole dollar, make a little quick few bucks, and then get out of this one too. But yeah, I'm in with 100.
Give this a chance to break 40.50s here. If not, it pulls back. It's probably gonna show 40.25s, and I'll just cut it out. Look for a view out bounce. There's 39s on the bid side. Only 300 there at 50. That's why I'm staying in it. The next level is 57 and 64. See if it buys these 50s.
I like the little bounce there for AMD. I'm going to add another 100 shares and hold the rest break even. Close to as I can.
There you go. Breakout from the... So let's take 50 off. Here at 47. Okay, there we go. Now we can set a stop at break even rate. 20s, we're going to set the stop. Let this get through the 64s, up there to the 41s, and then we'll sell out the rest.
There we go. I'm going to take half off of my AMD trade there. I'm going to hold the rest to see if it tests 57.
Gonna get to resistance in the 70s. At least I have that on the 5 minute. So I might take it off right here. If it can't break that.
You want some paper? Yeah. You know your mom doesn't want you playing with paper, but here, I'll give you some.
I'm gonna get out, guys. It's just too risky with my entry there. If my entry was at 40, I 100% would have stayed in this stock. I tried to get an entry at 40, and since my entry is not there, I have to base the way the trade is where my entry is, not necessarily where I want it to be.
Okay, so getting a nice little rip up here. I'm gonna get out the rest on AMD, up $32 on the day roughly. Caught my little trade there for AMD. Maybe I should have held a little bit, but just kind of, it's a little bit early, and it's only 10 minutes into the day, so up 30 bucks is not too shabby. I'll take it. We'll see what else we find today.
Yeah, it took $16, and really that's just because the entry. If not, it would have been like $30 or $40. So let's just let it go and look for a better entry here. Definitely a hot stock though today. Let me keep a close eye on it.
There's like a 30-second delay gaming. What's up, Manchester?
All right, guys, let's look at some sector analysis right now. I have energy leading, basic materials right behind it, technology about in the middle today.
So AMD's pulling back to 57. I was almost about to jump in some more and catch this breakout on the upside, but I missed it slightly. If it pulls back to 57, I might take a little bit more for AMD, but it looks like it's a little bit too late now. Man, I missed the whole dollar pullback, and that's just a really simple strategy. I can talk about it in a second, but it's just a little quick scalp off of the whole dollar support. So it's like if a stock pushes over a whole dollar level, in this case AMD pushed over 57, it pulled back to the whole dollar of 57. I could have taken a few shares and just wrote it up for a nice little breakout. And there's the high break on AMD. Man, just barely missed it. Oh well. But AMD's ripping, MU's ripping, Netflix is ripping, CGC is pushing up again today. Uber's up, a lot of stuff's up, it looks like.
Solar is actually up today, guys. I'm not sure why, but SPWR making a big move up, and so is VSLR. Those are 5% move ups with the solar industry. All right, guys, we're getting down there towards the support for FLIR. Underneath 40, I will take some.
So here's the SPY. We're pulling back a little bit. Big green day for the market so far. Nice little squeeze up. Nice little squeeze up today. Remember, guys, this is the range I drew out this morning for this little opening range breakout and just the market, which is why I took a lot of these long positions on like AMD and MU. And you can see how well that would have worked for an opening range. I might start scalping those moves. I've back tested the opening range breakout a ton, and specifically on other stocks, but I might trade it with like the market itself, and then following stocks I think would probably be a little bit more profitable way to trade it. But we are getting a pullback and a dip here. I tell you guys, AMD's my baby. You see me trading it over and over again. You know, I would never cheat on AMD with MU. You know. What's up, guys? Alright, so we are getting this pullback in AMD. It's just about whether I think it's going to bounce here, which I think it probably is. I'm going to take 100 shares. Small position. We're going to try to let this work and see if we get a nice little squeeze up to this 20 level, but it's a very small position that I'm not super worried about it, and I might even add to it depending on how it reacts at 57. I think that's going to be a big level, though, and I'll give it a little bit of time to test that level, but if it breaks underneath it, I just got to sell. Market got some big weakness in there, so I might just get out. I'm probably gonna get out soon. I'm gonna get out here, take a very small $15 loss, and then try to maybe come back some. Maybe re-enter if I can. I think it's just gonna depend on what the market does here. It might have faked me out right there, it looks like. If I wanted to sell, yeah, that's a stop loss, or a stop order, Bubba is what that's called. Yeah, there's a stop limit, which is going to get you filled at that specific price or better, and then there's a market stop, which is just going to get you out when it hits that level regardless of price. So probably a stop limit is what I'm guessing you want. Alright, I'm looking at AMD for potential VWAP bounce here. I'm going to try with 200 shares. Anticipating the market bounces, but I want to wait and see if the market's going to bounce here because we are getting some weakness. I'm going to take a little bit here. It's pretty low in the range, and I can take 200 shares and try to let it rip up to test the whole $1.57, and if not, I can just get out. I'm already green on the day, and so I have a little bit of cushion. But in with just 200 shares, and we'll let it work and see what we can find today. I'm anticipating a possible bounce, but the market is not holding like I necessarily want it to.
MGM at VWAP.
There we go, that's a little bit better. Sevens. Let's take half off there, just protect myself in this one and try to catch a breakout. There we go. Nice squeeze up. Fours, fives, sixes. Nice. I'm gonna get out there. I got failed on the last little bit worse. A little bit of a bad fail, but up back to my $33 in gains.
All right, starter there. Starter there in FLIR.
I like the little VWAP bounce breakout on AMD. That wasn't bad. AMU's kind of around the same level too, and they're following each other pretty closely with the market today, so gonna be a little bit more favorable day, it seems. Thinking about longing MU here. Very close to deciding. If I do get an MU going long, I could risk off of 16, which is actually a really nice risk, I think. Alright, I just jumped in MU with 200 shares here. Small position. I'm going to take profits very quickly if it goes in my direction, and if not, that'll be alright. It's going to depend on the market here. Some big wicks in the overall market, which is not great for me. Market's pulling back.
Yeah, I might get stopped out of my little position.
I'm about to get stopped out of MU too. Market just pulled back really quick and looked weaker here, and so I'm going to jump out there. Just too much risk. Still up a little bit on the day, but I was anticipating the market bouncing at that 281.50 level, and it just didn't, unfortunately. There might be other plays, still early. There's a big pullback in MU. Glad I got out. Market pulling back. I think we're probably going to get a bounce still pretty soon here at like 280, 281.25. You have that pre-market support at 280 or at 281, and so I think we're going to bounce there eventually. I'm going to jump in with a few more shares of AMD here. We'll see how this goes, but a quick immediately downturn on my position.
All right, guys, just sold. Now I'm down about $3.50 on FLIR, and that's why you start with a smaller position. Just wanted to start with a smaller position just to give myself a chance. It broke the support. We lost small.
Yeah, I just lost $30, down $30 on AMD, man. And I'm trying to trade the bounce off of the market, but I don't think we're getting it. And we got the breakdown there, so it's my time to get out. Still early though. We're gonna usually I kind of fluctuate that first 15 minutes, and then we'll get back on track. Depends though, the market. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll look for FLIR to find the bottom at 56, and eventually coming back through the VWAP.
I use a mental stop, so I don't use an actual stop, Wes. I don't use an actual like hard stop is what they call it. I use just mental. When it breaks my levels, I just get out. If I see a break, I exit the position early. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Joe. Welcome in. Thank you. I'm looking at MU, which is actually creeping towards lows. Problem is the SPY is kind of bouncing up, so MU is just super volatile right now. We get a low break, I might trade it though. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Danny. Welcome in. Thank you, sir. I'm shorting a lot, yeah. Alright, I'm going to jump in MU here. We just got the low of the day break. I'm going to anticipate a squeeze down here and put myself up so you guys can see it. I'll take half off here. I'm going to ride the rest down a little bit, see if we get a fuller breakdown. And I don't mind holding the last little 100 shares here to see if we get a much larger breakdown. Would be ideal, but if not, I can get out relative to, or pretty close to break even. This is the breakdown in the overall market that I wanted to see, though. If we get a bounce up, I might add a little bit, but nice. Next step's the $50 for MU. I'm gonna get out the rest there. Actually, nice little win. Only down $12. Making a small win. And on MU, if we get a bounce to 43.80, so a 20-cent bounce up, I'm going to re-short MU if we get a bounce up to around 43.75 to 43.80. But we're gonna wait for that and see what we get. Alright, so we are getting a bounce up to 70s. I'm going to start scaling into MU with that size. I'm gonna jump in with 100 shares now, and then we'll see if we get a little bit higher move. I'll jump in with another 100 more up into that 80 level, anticipating rejection from that previous low. And 73s. I'm gonna jump in a little bit more there. I'm in with 200 again at that previous low. We're gonna look for a quick drop, and if not, it's okay. We're still keeping it pretty small in the day relative to the rest of the day, so we're just gonna look for a quick downward move back down to those lows if we get it. Ideally, that's what we want to see at least. There's 69s. I mean, we need like 62s to hit. Really, right now, this volatility is off of the market itself. I'm going to take another half off here. Exact same thing I wanted to happen. We got the nice little drop based off of that previous high, and honestly, it's actually pretty close to exactly where I talked about. And so if you look at this here, I scaled up to 80. I said I wanted to get in looking for a rejection there. We got up to 76, and so I'll take that for sure. I'm going to take another 50 just in case we get a huge breakdown here, which we did. Going to take another 50 off at that low and then see if we get a breakdown under 43.50 on the rest. I think this is going to be influenced a lot by the overall market, though. There we go. There's a breakdown, 47s. I'll get out over the $0.50 now. Breaks over 43.50. I'm just going to jump out. And I'm out. So not a bad little trade there. Like I said, I'm being a little bit swingy today, but I'm green. I gotta get into my rhythm here, which sometimes takes a second. Because I just, what Ton says, why don't you ever trade BA? Because I just stick with what works for me, and so you know, like I said, I'm on like a 3-week green streak. I haven't lost at the end of the day in like 3 weeks, and I've streamed it all live, and so I'm actually really proud of my trading lately. And the definition of insanity is continuously trying the same thing, expecting a different result. And I guess by that logic, for me to leave something that's working and try to experiment with trading another stock that I don't know very well sounds crazy. I'm just gonna stick with what keeps making me money, and you know, hope it continues, and if it doesn't, I'll have to pivot to something else, which is okay. They're just in the YouTube AdSense program, Jonathan, so they're just paying YouTube to put those ads in front of trading videos is what it is. So there's another bounce to the 80s. I could add back to it. I also like this previous close, but what we're actually getting here, guys, if you guys don't notice, is the SPY itself. The SPY itself is ripping up, bouncing off of the VWAP, as you can see, and that's dragging everything else up here. So whether I want to trade this, I don't know. Yeah, no worries. I get what you're saying, though, Ton. It's just, you gotta understand, like, I do this every day. Like, I always get people that is like, and you're fair with it. Like, you're not, like, mad at me. A lot of the time, it's super weird. Like, I get people that get mad at me if I don't trade their strategies. You know, like, they'll say, oh, this stock's gonna do this. And then if it does, they get so mad that I didn't take it. They, like, yell at me. They get super weird and, like, controlling over my trading. People I don't even know, random people in the chat. We've had a lot of weird, we've had a lot of weirdos come out over the years of just like, we had this dude Paul that would just get mad if I didn't trade his strategy. We had that dude Joe, which like any losing trade, he would essentially just try to say I told you so with everything. Like, you get a lot of kind of toxic traders where toxic personality traits just kind of present themselves when you stream on YouTube, and it's like, I don't think I've ever been like, hey, let me follow this random person on YouTube strategy even though mine's working. I'm just going to give up my strategy and do what some random guy over the internet says. And like I said, I'm not even talking about you, Ton, because you're not being like forceful with it. You're just kind of like, hey, why don't you do this? And you're not even like mad about it. So don't think I'm talking about you. I'm really not. I'm just talking about overall. It's kind of a weird dynamic, when you trade in front of hundreds of people. Some people, toxic traits kind of rise to the top sometimes. I'm going to go with MU with just 100 shares here, and then I'm going to risk off of that 80 level I talked about. Just look for a quick green trade breakdown under these lows with the market pulling back like it is. I should get a following direction move, and if not, I'm risking about $10, so we're keeping it break even for the most part today. Just going to try to take profits quick. Maybe keep this one a one and done without necessarily scaling out. See if we get an eventual low break here with this big downturn in the market, which is good. I might add into this downward move in the market here. Depends on what I think the market's going to do here. Yeah, I might add to this one, give myself a little bit looser risks. I actually really like what the market itself is doing here. I just added another 200 or another 100 shares. We're going to see if we get a breakdown under like 43.60s. Make sure you guys can see it. Yeah, you can. Good. SPY turning down, and this is great for me in MU. That's why I added.
I'm sorry, I just noticed I was muted for a while.
Yeah,
Might get stopped out here, guys. This is just focusing on the trade there. Didn't even notice I was muted.
We're getting a squeeze up on MU. I don't hate it. It just depends on what the SPY itself does here. SPY got a little bit of a bounce. I could, see what we get here. It's about break-even day so far. If I think the SPY is going to reject, I'll take it. But if I think the SPY is going to continue heading up, I should probably just exit this one before it squeezes up to test the whole $1.44. I'm going to use this high as my risk here at 88. Fair. I think fair risk.
Alright, I'm hoping what I should see here on FLIR is a hold of the 67s and then a push through the VWAP if we're going to get this VWAP bounce up. But if it breaks us through these 67s, it's just going to stop us out.
Thinking about adding another 100 shares here and then still risking off of that 43.88 level. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Debating on it.
Would love to see a spike towards the 90s here.
And
there you go, 88s.
I'm letting it test the 88 level here for MU. Oh, are you in MU?
No,
No.
I'm in FLIR.
Yeah, it's been a kind of a swingy day for me. I'm kind of going back and forth. It's alright. I'll get my groove.
If it breaks 90s here, guys, we should get up through the 40s.
I'm going to get out there. I don't like the way the market's looking. It looks to be squeezing up. And so this is the previous closing price. I could probably short into that, but I'm just going to get out and play it safe. Keep it small on the day. I'll put Mitchie Rich up. And we'll see what he's got today.
Yes. Just got filled for an ad there, guys. So now I have my 3 fills, and I want to hold break even on the rest and look to see if it could break out here.
Hey guys, you guys are beasts. A lot of knowledge. God bless you. I appreciate it, Jessica. Thank you. We really appreciate that.
Yep.
We're not
That's
experts.
what we do it for.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're not experts at all, but it feels good for people to recognize what we do. Because in the end, like, the reality is we stream live every day, right? People could say whatever they want. People could say we're good traders, bad traders. They could say, you know, our content is good, bad, whatever they want to say, right? Their strategies work, don't work. You know, they can criticize, critique our strategies, whatever, right? The reality is we stream every single day, and you can go back and you can tally up how many times from green versus red and by how much, and see how profitable we actually are, because it's all documented live. And so it feels good. We appreciate the support, and you know, seriously, thank you. Really appreciate it.
All right, guys, want to see this momentum start riding up through the 40s. We're in full size position here now, so need to start managing. Can't take big losses once we're in full size position.
Appreciate it, Sandro. Thank you for the subscribe. Definitely appreciate it. Market pulling back a little bit here. Glad I ended up getting out of MU, though. It eventually pushed up well into the 90s, so glad I got out when I did. My thinkorswim charts are lagging a little bit here, though.
There you go, guys, up to the 98s. This should push us through the 40. Let's see if we get that push through the 40.
I'm frozen on thinkorswim. Is anybody else using thinkorswim frozen? My whole platform's frozen. Oh man, I realized I'm using my Wi-Fi when I shouldn't be. Ah, well. Display system. Yeah, my thinkorswim is completely frozen. There we go. Oh, it's my internet too. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna plug my Wi-Fi in, or my Ethernet cord in, so I'll be back.
Alright, guys, gonna pay myself a little bit here. Dropped down a little bit too fast there. I wanted 40s on the bid, take 100 off, but nah, I took it a little bit too early off there at 94s. Didn't really want just $10 gain there. So now I just gotta hold to break even. Let's let this try to break out here. Get us the gain that we're actually looking for. Stop placed at 39.80s here. Let this get above 40s. I was looking to take some off at 40.15. That's where I was going to take the first 100 off. It's been like a nice $30 gain there. So let's see if this one can break through that 40.15, get up to the 40.25. Take another 100 off there.
Yeah, my entire thinkorswim is frozen, guys. Look at this real quick. I'll put Mitch right back up in a second, but look at this. Now it's finally starting to get back, but man, my entire thing was frozen for a minute. I had to plug my Ethernet cord in.
You're probably having the internet issues that I was having.
Yeah, it's slight now, but look at this delay. Yeah, look at this big. Okay, now it finally just recently updated. Here, I'm gonna put my real-time delays back in, see if we can handle that. There we go. All right, we're finally back, but man, I was running into issues for sure. I had to plug my Ethernet cord fully in instead of using Wi-Fi to try to help it a little bit.
Well, This looks really strong, at least for me, guys. I'm just going to stick in it now. I think this one could actually really get some good lift from this point on. So I'm not going to try to cut myself short here. Look for it to really start getting some momentum. I want it to start really getting some bigger buyers, and you see it at the 80s and 40s. There was 2,000, 2,000, 1,000. So I'm looking for those shares to hold now. Buyers in at 80s. I'm looking for it to come back to 40.25 and 40.50. It was really strong at 40.50, so I think if it can get up there, it could really get some lift to 41.
So my son's using Zoom for his class right now, is what it is.
Just take it easy until you feel the internet's back.
Yeah, I think we're back now, but the problem is Thinkorswim's still frozen on my end. I'm gonna restart my Thinkorswim, guys. Probably a good move.
Yeah, good move.
Somebody said to get a new internet connection. It's not my internet. I have a gigabit internet connection, so I'm running at like 1,000 megabits per second. At least I'm supposed to.
Also, John, one of the tips that I like to do is you go to Task Manager, you right-click on the program, and you make it a real-time program. This focuses all the network towards that one program. This is one of the secrets that I use to make computers better. Is if you want one program to work better, you can actually go in your Task Manager and right-click and make it called a real-time program. And then they usually get a little bit more focus from your network. Usually helps out.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see how well it's... Alright, we're back. Finally, man. And we're actually getting a rejection under this one, MU. I might take 200 here for this rejection under the previous close. But we'll see what we get. Running into some internet problems today, but I'm going to look for this previous closing price to hold and a rejection underneath it. Looks like we're finally back, kind of working. Everything's lagging for me, weird. I'm gonna just get out here. I don't like how this is at. Yeah, okay, I got out good. I don't like how everything's acting. It's kind of delayed. I'll put Mitch up and I'm gonna try to see what he can get me. Because at this point, it's not even just Thinkorswim, I don't think.
Exactly. I think it might be also bigger in the shoes. What's my entry, Aaron? Entry was at 70s, and then I added and added and added, so I'm now at 39.83s.
I really don't think it's my internet. Yeah, my internet's on point. Here's my internet right now. Let's see what my upload speed is. Yeah, it's definitely not my internet. I don't know what it is. It might be, and it shouldn't be my computer. I think it's just the platforms. Yeah, this is my results. Look at this. I'm running at roughly...
Guys, it keeps trying to break out.
I'm running at roughly 400 megabits per second with 41 upload speed and only 11 ping, so my internet's actually on point. Ah, man, maybe I missed MU's breakdown. But yeah, so it's my internet's okay.
Trying to be patient, but I might take off some of this. And liking that, need to hold towards the 90s. .40.05s and 40.10s. That would get it back to 40.25s. Really want this 5 minute kind of to hold the
You there? You're breaking up, Mitch. If you're talking, Mitch, you're breaking up, brother. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Matt. Welcome, man. Appreciate the love, dude. Looks like we lost Mitch. Let me message him and see what's up. I just took a loss on MU, down 87 on the day. But here, let me message Mitch. Yeah, stream's fine. Yeah, we should be okay. I'm watching the stream from my end. It seems to be fine. It's not showing anything bad, but maybe it is. I don't know. Might be bandwidth. We should be good, though. Yeah, I mean, that was Mitch on his end, though. Like I said, this is my internet right now. You know, I'm running at 400 megabits per second, 11 ping, and almost perfect upload speed. And so we're doing fine with my internet. It's just market's ripping up and breaking highs here. Sounds like Mitch's internet died. Market squeezing up, pushing up, and breaking highs here. Mitch's internet gave out, is what happened. I've been kind of going back and forth today. I'm not doing that great though, honestly. Market squeezing up, looking good.
Yo, you there, John?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, my internet just completely gave out. DNS not working. My DNS isn't working from Comcast, so it's causing all my programs. I have no internet, essentially. I have to restart my modem.
Alright. No stress.
Oof, this is gonna be starting to be an issue. Comcast is getting a call today for sure.
We're good now? We're back. Nice. SPY's ripping up, testing highs. Could be good here. This is called the Yeehaw Slap, guys, remember. Market ripping up, breaking highs, looks good. Oh, sorry, I just realized my screen's not up. I might scalp into some of this move on AMD here. I'm gonna take like 200 shares, 300 shares. Kind of a break-even day so far. I'm gonna look to get into a little bit here. I'm in with 300 shares of AMD. I'm gonna look for a breakout here, what I call a rebound bounce setup. See if we get a move over that 57 whole dollar level is what I'm essentially looking for here. Small position, and I'm gonna get out if it breaks under some of these lower levels here. Market's ripping up, so I'm just anticipating it drags AMD up, but it's been a small day so far. Yeah, AMD, we're getting a lot of chop. Like, this is what I'm getting with AMD. Just super choppy, tough to trade. Market's ripping up. I gotta find another following stock so I don't have to get stuck trading the microchip stocks like I've been doing. It's been a little bit tougher the last 2 days to where it's been kind of break-even-y. See if we can find something else. Yeah. What's up, guys? So we're back, it looks like. I'm just gonna bet that AMD is gonna rip up here with 200 shares. It looks like a fake out fade, or what I call a fake out fade, and it's such a small position that it's not super significant. I like being at the bottom of this range here, and then I can just risk off of like 80 or so if it breaks underneath that. It's my cue to get out of this one. And I think the reward is a lot bigger than the risk, because if it pushes up to 57, it'll be a larger win. As I say that, man, this thing's just chopping me out lately. $75 risk. Out, man. This thing's just chopping me out. I gotta trade something else. AMD is not favorable for me right now. It's starting to get frustrating. Hey, listen, like I said, I'm on like a 3-week long green streak, and so I don't really get frustrated that much, but I think I'm attacking the wrong stocks. It's completely my fault. I'm not trying to blame it on anything else. But I'm completely attacking the wrong stocks, and AMD is keeping me aggravated over here. Now, maybe if AMD breaks down this, I'll take it, but I'm attacking a sideways trend, which is never a good idea. And like I said, I've been doing well. $60 down is very slight and tiny. I just need to find something that is going to move, and I think I need to be pretty patient with any trades I take from now. Yeah, that's what mine were doing earlier, Jonathan. So I don't think it was me. I don't think it was actually my internet. I think it was more so Thinkorswim charting, just screwing up. Yeah, see, AMD's just chopping me out, man. Just up and down, just sideways. Uber doesn't look good. Man, I don't have anything to trade, guys. Kind of frustrating. I think I just gotta wait for something to look good. What did I trade the other day? I traded Zoom, but I also traded Netflix is what I traded. And that worked out well, but Netflix range is just too big. I'd have to take like 10 shares maybe. And I think I'm just gonna wait until I get some nice momentum moves. The market's ripping up, which I love, but AMD and MU have not been following it as close as I need them to in order to trade them anymore. Hey Kale, today was crazy hair day. Today was crazy hair day, Kale. Yeah, make his hair crazy real quick, you know? Alright. Whatever. I forgot, I like the song. This song's a good song. Yeah, what you see me now, guys, is you see me waiting here. Everything I traded chopped me out. LB? I'll have to check out LB. I haven't traded that one much, but I'll have to check that one out. It's alright. Until we get some breaks here, I'm just not going to trade right now. I'm just being patient. I don't hate CTC short, but market's ripping up, breaking highs. I don't really want to short much. Remember guys, hit that like and subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every single weekday morning for free right here on YouTube. And so if you appreciate what we do here, guys, hit the subscribe button, click the bell. We go live every single weekday morning for free. Market squeezing up, pushing highs. Like I said, I have to wait for some momentum moves now. I've been a little overzealous, I think, this morning. Like, I'm waiting for this possible break here, but the only way I could really ride it up is only to maybe right here. So there's not much profit there to be had, I don't think. Maybe I can try a quick little scalp here if I can catch it in time for AMD. And I missed it. I don't mind this little pullback. I'm going to jump in with 2.
All right. I think I'm back.
Back? I'm chopping out.
This is insane.
Let's see. Share your screen. Let me see.
Give me a second. I'm trying to even pull up my charts and stuff. My charting's still not coming back yet, so pulling it up right now. This is horrible.
Yeah, I wanted to catch this momentum move right here. You guys heard me talk about it, but I just barely missed it, which is all right. If we get a nice move up, we can hit a 28s to test the high of the day, but we're about break even right now on this one. Yeah, I'm not shorting. I agree. Market's squeezing up, testing highs. I'm not gonna risk that honestly right now. Going short. I like the range I drew. You can see how accurate that range I drew was. We just need to break out of it now. Market squeezing up should be good for it.
All right, finally.
You're back?
All right. Well, yeah. So it looks like I missed my sell point, but figure something out here. Yeah, I would have definitely sold some up here at 20. That would have been a nice win for us, but let's see what happens. The only thing I'm happy about is I had that stop place. Yeah, definitely would have sold some up there at 40.20s. That would have been up 40 cents. We got at least $40 out of there. Would have been sitting at realized about 47 and let the rest of it work from that point. So now I just got to determine if I'm going to stay in the trade because I've already missed my first reward point.
Yeah, I just took half off of AMD, holding the last little 100 shares here.
I'm just going to hold break even on the rest. Really one of those trades that I can't really get too mad. I can't control internet cutting out, so.
Yeah, for sure. I ended up getting out the rest there on AMD, so this is my P&L on the day, $44. Not too bad, not great. We'll see what we find here.
Got a big rip in NVIDIA.
Oh, NVIDIA was the one I was trading the other day that had the big range. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because the reason is that was the first major earnings to come out was NVIDIA.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, guys, this is going to be one of those trades that's just going to frustrate me. I might even call it a day. It just stopped me out. $7 gain when I was up a significant amount there, 40.20s. Internet. Comcast owes me some money, man.
Comcast Life, bro.
They owe me at least $50, man. I don't even want to use the word that I'm going to call them today.
That's all right.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, my internet's been a little wacky, honestly, today, too. Well, we got a moment, guys. If anybody wants to use the same platform that Mitch and I use, I'll post. Oh, sorry, I opened up the wrong thing. If anybody wants to use the same intro if anybody wants to use the same package that Mitch and I use to trade, where we're able to actively day trade short stocks with no PDT rule, go check out TradeNet and Tefs. Really easy to use platform, and I'll put it this way, guys. What are your options as a new trader? You know, your options as a new trader are pretty slim. A lot of the time, you're going to be restricted by the PDT rule. A lot of the time, you're not going to be able to actively day trade the stock market unless you have over 25K in buying power, and then, you know, you're still risking a lot for your brand new first account. Most traders lose their first few accounts, and so with that said, you know, I think having a cheap account for your first account makes the most sense possible. And so with TradeNet, it's basically an educational package, and so the base package is $3.99. It comes with the course and a demo account and access to their chat room and a lot of other cool stuff to trade with. And then once you're approved, there's no PDT rule. You can actually short stocks, and They give you 14,000 to trade with, and again with no PDT rule. And I think that bundle makes the most sense. It's super cheap, and it allows you to risk less as a brand new trader. You know, a lot of the times the biggest problem with new traders is that they just risk too much when they're first getting started, because there is a steep learning curve and it takes time to learn how to trade. And if you trade too big and you risk too much as a new trader, you're probably just going to lose your first few accounts and you're going to be out a ton of money. Where with TradeNet and TEFs, you're risking $3.99, which is objectively cheap in the stock market. And so if you want to check that out, it's a great way to help support our channel as well. We do make a commission if you sign up through us, but it kind of operates like a prop firm. So there's a 70-30 split, there's no PDT rule, and there's a max loss of 700 with the base package, and then there's other packages you can upgrade and downgrade from. But there's the link if you want to check that out. Like I said, good way to help support our channel here at Beginner Trading, and you know, we appreciate any support we can get.
Might try to scalp the cannabis sector. It's looking like it wants to come back up here. CGC doesn't look too bad. APHA.
Also remember guys, smash that like and subscribe button. We do this live for free every day right here on YouTube, so show support for what we do here guys. We are not experts, we're not gurus, we just teach you guys what works for us. It might not work for you, and I hope you appreciate what we do here. I don't really make enough money, Joe, for taxes on TradeNet. Basically, what it would be, though, it'd be kind of like an independent contractor. So it'd be, I'm guessing, I don't think they're going to send you a 1099. It's always best to reach out. Listen, I am not a tax professional and not liable for any mistakes or whatever you do in your taxes, guys. With that said, I would reach out to them. I think they treat you like a contractor, and so you would have to, like any gains or losses, any gains would just be contractual gains, like you're getting paid by a contractor. But again, it's best to reach out to them or a CPA and ask them, because I'm not 100% sure, and that's a touchy subject. Taxes are always a touchy subject. We got 102 likes in here. We didn't even have to ask, guys, so I appreciate the love, team. I appreciate the likes today. Why does Macy's go up, but all the talks about it going bankrupt? Yeah. It's Macy's, man.
What's really going on today is oil stocks leading the market.
I'm gonna jump in AMD real quick here with a few hundred shares.
That's what's really going on today. Oil's leading up.
Yeah, break-even day for me so far. I think I'm gonna hold this to see if AMD breaks highs here. Market's ripping up, breaking highs. Should drag me up. And I just don't want to break that level with the market. It's one of those days where usually I trade peers, trade off the SPY and AMD and MU, but today they're not following the market super closely, and so that's what's hurting me, I think, more today. I'm gonna sell half here, about break even on the day. Holding 100 left. Like I said, I'm gonna see if it can break this 57.27 level. What's up, bro? Thanks for streaming every day. Yeah, no stress, man. I appreciate it. Mr. VWAP John. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, that's exactly right. Nice squeeze up here to test the highs. I'm actually going to take another half off since I can here. Holding 50 shares left to see if we get a high of the day breakout with AMD. Like I said, I'm going to look to see if it tests the highs here. Yeah, I'm going to get out there. Keep it. Look, I'm up a huge 50 cents today, guys. 50-cent day. Amazing day. I think I'm going to move overseas with that. Brilliant day. 50 cents up. Balling out of control today. And I'll take it, though. It's better than losing. Green is good, they say. Yeah, they treat you like an independent contractor, Joe, so it's not a conventional brokerage. They treat you like an independent contractor, so any gains you make, it's like you're getting paid as a contractor, is how I think it works. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
What a day, what a day.
I might scalp a little bit off of AMD on the top here if it breaks this high with like a few hundred shares, but just a little bit off the top. It needs to break the high though.
Trying to scalp FLIR. It's just one of those days where I had it so right, but just gotta try to scalp this momentum.
Lambo time, that's right, man. I'm gonna buy a Lambo for that. It's gonna be like a Hot Wheel, but you know, it's still a Lambo, right? See, AMD is just being sketchy today, just sketchy. Look at this. It looks like it's gonna break highs. Nope. Everybody sells. Everybody's jumping out. They're scared now. Might be a good little pullback dip buy, but I ain't touching it now.
I'm so frustrated. FLIR. I'm not gonna buy this top. I'm trying to get it at 40, but might have already missed it.
How's it going?
It's alright.
This is beyond annoying because this one looks like it's gonna rip out $1. Could have been a huge gainer.
Carol's over here to ruin the stream, guys. You know.
Oh, come on. I'm not ruining the stream. I feel like I'd like to have something to add, you know? A little...
Tinfoil hat. You know.
Come on. I think more people, you know. I'm not even going to talk about it.
Yeah. I banned Carol from talking about politics after yesterday, man.
I don't feel like I was necessarily political. Maybe a little controversial, but...
Unnecessarily so.
Sorry.
It's alright. Here, get you a chair if you're going to be over here.
No, I got Jackson the trampoline. Every time I walk over here, you gonna
Yeah.
put my little face
That's
in the
your
chat?
intro. That's the bat signal. Really, I'm going to get one that says Lulu. And I'm going to put it up. And then every time you walk over here, I'm just going to put that up. You know.
It's a way to do it, I guess.
I guess so.
Morning.
Where's Lulu? Yeah, that's right. They know. That's Carol's bat signal, man. That's her bat signal. She's over here, you know. Honestly, no, I tested it out one day on stream. I actually got it on stream. I told him, I was like, look, if I talk about Lulu, Carol's going to come over here. And so I said it really loud, and then you came right over here like, what are y'all talking about, Lulu? And it wasn't planned. It wasn't fake. It was actually real. You actually did that. So I was actually spot on with it. You know, bat signal in the sky.
They're good yoga pants. That's all I can say. And I got a jacket of theirs that I really like too. It's just comfy clothes. I mean, especially in today's day where it's like you have the whole athleisure, like wear exercise clothes everywhere, no matter if you're exercising or not.
Yeah.
Just because they're comfy. I mean, honestly, I hate wearing jeans now, and I'll wear them, but I don't like wearing jeans anymore because I'm so used to being able to wear comfy yoga pants.
Yeah, I get it. Hey, nobody likes Lulu. I did. Hilarious.
You gonna tell people?
No. I'm not. But I'm just gonna laugh at you. It's a test to see how quiet you can stay. You know. Inside joke, everybody. No pun intended. I'm gonna take a little bit of NVIDIA here. Put this up. I got 25 shares of NVIDIA. We'll see what this goes. This is the one I was trading the other day. Let's see if this one rides up.
Oh, that's nice. See, you are a lucky man. I agree with them.
She's a lucky wife, man. She's a lucky wife, man. She's a lucky woman, man. I'm the greatest guy ever. Look at me. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't even think about my shirt. Someone was saying Queen from Asia. Queen from England.
You conceited, thought it was about you. You're like, oh.
No, I was like, well, no.
No,
And then I looked.
Queen's from England.
Yeah, from England.
Technically, he was from Asia, actually.
Well, he was from Pakistan?
No.
Or India?
No. Where
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, his...
No, I think his family was a little bit more obscure of a country than that.
Stonetown? What's that?
Zanzibar.
That's like... What? Here, let me see that. That's like the Middle East.
Oh, it looks like it's an African island. It's a semi-autonomous region of Tanzania. It's composed of the Zanzibar archipelago in the Indian Ocean. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't get my hair dyed. Look at that.
No, I said if y'all get that in a week.
Huh?
Y'all would have to get that in a week, man. You know, talking about the yoga pant bet. That needed to be a week. You know, that ain't happened yet. You know, no, it's not. I'm gonna get 30,000 subscribers. That's an inevitability here, guys. But what I am saying is that I would have to hit 30K in like a week, and that ain't happened yet.
I didn't get my hair dyed. Look, I could probably use it, but no.
Probably about to get out of NVIDIA here.
What are you inferring? That I'm breaking the rules?
Me?
The quarantine rules?
Me?
I'm saying I got my hair dyed. For me to do that, it would be...
Man, that's a stretch.
Huh?
He thought you got your hair dyed, man. You think he's attacking you?
No, I'm saying to get your hair dyed, you'd have to go to a salon. And we're on lockdown.
Yeah, I
right?
guess so. Alright, I'm gonna get out here. Got squeezed out. Kept it break even for NVIDIA. Oh well.
I had heard about 2 ladies here in Texas who had gotten arrested for having salon services in their apartments. They were like offering like nail services and hair and lash services, and like some undercover agents ended up finding out.
Yeah.
See, exactly. Freddie was an Indian.
So Devin Smith here. I'm gonna give you a little rundown of Devin Smith, man. Devin Smith He says here, if you need a real man, hit him up, right?
Real men don't hit on women.
Well, no,
like,
real men don't. Real men don't get so insecure over somebody's success online that they desperately criticize and hate them, constantly go into their streams just to criticize. That's like a super insecure little kid, man. You know what I mean?
Always trolling.
And so, yeah, that's the dude that was trolling the other day. And so, like I said, real men don't do that, bro. Real men are more secure with themselves to where they don't need to just blindly hate on people on the internet. And so, I'll say this, he's probably just a little kid over there, man. Like I said, he's trying to white knight over here, but, you know, it's actually hilarious because it's like, the dude is just super insecure and he's just trying to criticize for no reason. And so with that said,
he's just trying to say stuff to kind of...
Well, no, I mean, misery loves company, right? So it's like when people feel bad about themselves, and this is what I actually teach my daughter, is that misery loves company, man. And so people that secretly feel bad about themselves, you'll see them instead like attack and criticize other people. Like those are the people that obsessively like hate and criticize because again, they really feel bad about themselves. Like if somebody's bullying you, they really just feel bad about themselves overall. And that makes them put it out there like that. And that makes them kind of hate on other people because misery loves company. The secure people don't need to do that. Like, I don't care that much about what anybody else is doing. I definitely don't care enough about them to, like, harass them on a stream. In the end, you just gotta...
Who does that?
Insecure
that's
people,
so lame.
man. Insecure.
Like, you obviously see that I'm, like, I'm either John's girlfriend or John's wife. Like, I feel like that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
He's just saying that to...
No,
try to start drama.
Right, well, no, he's saying it because he's just insecure and secretly feels bad about himself. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the reality behind it, right? Right, exactly. And that's what I teach my daughter. Like, here's a fun story. We'll do story time since I don't see any trades right now. We'll do story time. My daughter was getting bullied at school, right? And the bullying kept happening, and Carol over here tried the love each other message. And it just kept happening, right? Carol pulled the tell a teacher, ignore it, leave it alone, And then the bullying from Madison kept happening over and over and over again. And Madison was hurt by it. She would, like, cry by it. These kids would be super mean to our daughter. And so eventually one day I was just kind of like, screw it. I'm going to tell Maddie what's up. And so I told her, I said, look, the next time that kid bullies you, the next time they actually bully you, it can't be like a small thing, but the next time they noticeably bully you, right? Wait for that to actually happen. I said, tell them this. I said, tell that kid, the only reason you bully people is because you secretly feel bad about yourself, and that makes me pity you and your family, And like the next time the kid bullied her, Maddie said that to the kid, and the kid busted out crying, ran and told the teacher, and stopped. Stopped bullying him.
Maddie was on the monkey bars, and the girl, like, ran underneath her and was like, oh, you kicked me.
Right.
But she probably did it on purpose, and then she turned around and punched Maddie and knocked her off the monkey bars. And Maddie stood up and was like, the only reason you pick on me is because you're insecure. And, like, she, And so, yeah.
Look, don't bully my daughter is the key message here. Don't bully my daughter. And look, sometimes that's all it takes. The kid basically stopped bullying Maddie after that. We didn't see much of it.
You got a different girlfriend on a different stream? Is that what they're
Look,
saying?
guys, don't tell her about AMD, man. Don't tell her about AMD. That's my baby,
Oh, man.
I'm cheating on you with the stock.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
That's what it is.
That's sad. I pity you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I know, but the troll gets banned, and so now he's just banned. It doesn't matter now.
I mean, who does that anyways? Like, I don't know any real adults, unless you're like...
A little kid. It's got to be a little kid.
Yeah,
like little kids think that's, like, cool, right? Like, little kids are like, man, that's cool, right? When you get older, you're just kind of like, dude, you're just insecure. Like, you feel... Right. Like, you just need to criticize people because you feel bad about yourself. Like, that's all it is. Like, when you understand the psychology behind it, it doesn't bother you as much. And it's kind of funny when it really boils down to it. And people don't understand that. Like, kids don't understand that. And so they'll obsessively, like, hate and criticize people.
So how else is everything?
Huh?
How's everything going?
Yeah, AMD is my stock fling. Don't tell her, guys. Don't tell her, man. You're not supposed to tell her about that.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm not that,
Jealous?
yeah, I'm not that jealous.
Yeah, I can be jealous. Hey, I appreciate the sub, man. Welcome, man. Sorry, guys. I'm just BS, and I don't see anything right now. I'm up a beautiful $10 on the day, and we'll see what we get from it. I know, but I'm not going to short anything with them being this high up in the range. I need the short setups to actually happen. I'm not much of a reversal trader, and so I got to wait for some setups to actually present themselves, which I've been watching it as I talk, and I'm not seeing much. Maybe Netflix is the only one that I might think of going long on, but like really at this point, you got to anticipate what the market's going to do here. You got to anticipate what the market's going to do. So like if I think the market's going to bounce at 283, I might take some longs, like if I think it's going to bounce right here. But I don't know if it will, and it's been a choppy, weird day for me. Like a lot of the stocks I'm watching, I'm basically betting that they follow the market, and they just haven't today, unfortunately.
Hey, we're all going insane during this quarantine, so I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you, Diego. It's miserable.
Yeah, for sure. Luckily, I work from home anyway, so I'm like used to being around Carol all the time. But if I wasn't used to, if I like went off and worked and then had to adjust to spending all my time with you, it'd be different. But I'm just used to it. I work from home anyway.
Yeah.
AMD can't wear Lululemon.
Exactly.
Oh man, that would be
And
Carol's.
Even if it could, it wouldn't look as good doing it.
Yeah, that would be Carol's enemy, man. If my fling was wearing Lululemon, she would freak out. You know.
Yeah. It takes work to look good in yoga pants. I realized that a couple years ago. I was like, oh, yoga pants are so comfortable to wear around, but, and I'll just say it, you can't wear yoga pants and have a saggy butt. You gotta keep that tight, you know. Just
No.
being real. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just stop. I mean, for real, everyone has seen it. Everyone's seen someone wearing yoga pants and been like, that person should not be wearing yoga pants. Anyways. I say something awkward that I shouldn't say, and then John's like,
Yeah, like I said, it's not that. I just don't want to get banned from YouTube.
they're
You
not
know.
gonna ban you for telling the truth.
Carol, John has an ugly beard. Help him, please. Plus, he's a Saints fan and supports Bernie. I definitely don't support Bernie. I'm a full-on capitalist here. I'm certainly a capitalist. I'm very financially conservative. I'm socially liberal, and so I'm not a libertarian because even I disagree with them in some regards. So I don't know what I am. I'm down the middle, so to speak. And I think most reasonable people are. If you swing too much to one side, you're probably being pretty biased. Because
Yeah, I'm a Saints fan too, so I can't really say anything.
make John's beard look like Tony Stark. What kind of beard does Tony Stark have?
Does he have like the handlebar, or like, huh?
Oh,
Like the
what's it called? What's the cool patch called right here?
soul patch?
Soul patch, yeah.
Well, you kind of have a natural soul patch right here.
Right. Well, no, that's just a beard.
Y'all should have seen him.
But
when
if I didn't
first
have
met him.
this, it would just be that soul patch. Never works. If you think a soul patch is cool, it is not.
I used to call
You
him Joe Dirt
Yeah.
when we first met, because we were both really young, and like his full beard wasn't completely growing in, and so he'd have a couple hairs right here, and then he'd have a line right here, and then a line right here, and it was straight Joe Dirt.
Yeah. I couldn't grow a beard when I first met her. I couldn't grow a beard. I still kind of
We
can't.
were young. We were like,
I was 20 something.
you were
I was
20.
like 21.
Yeah.
But no, I used to have just the goatee right here. That's the key. If you wonder if somebody can grow a beard or not, see if they just grow a goatee. If they just grow a goatee, they almost certainly can't grow a beard. You know, as somebody that finally can kind of grow a beard now, I realize like if somebody just grows a goatee, that means they can't grow a beard.
Yeah. It was alright.
All right, here's that level on the SPY. We'll see if we bounce here or not. Remember, guys, if you want to hear more bum talk and
I'm always the last
parenting
couple of days,
advice.
Yeah.
then subscribe to the channel. We also talk about stocks sometimes, you know, but we also talk about other stuff, which is okay. Like I said, I'm sitting here trading. It doesn't always have to be stocks, and I think that's a little rigid if it always has to be stocks.
Yeah. Yeah, I see 80s leggings, and you know what? They always were doing those workout videos in the 80s, you know?
Yeah.
They knew. They got it.
Yeah, WLL is running. I can't trade it, unfortunately. I don't think. It's a little bit too cheap.
Y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Oh, I can trade this one. Wow. I can trade this one. The Saints are the truth. We've just gotten screwed over by the refs every year.
Yeah, for some reason they don't like us. They don't like LSU, but they couldn't stop them this year. But
yeah. Yeah. I mean, not everybody can grow a beard, you know, for sure.
cream.
Yeah, you can grow a fuller beard, right? Like, listen, I'm gonna give you guys some tips here. If you're in the chat and you want to grow a beard but you can't, use minoxidil. You know, that'll grow your beard. You know, it's basically Rogaine. You use Rogaine on your beard and that'll grow it. You know, I don't do that, obviously. If I probably should put some on my patches here and be thick and I'd look cooler. You know, but
I don't mind your beard. I only mind it when it gets super long and he gets the really long hairs like on his lip.
See,
that poke me.
I shaved yesterday, and now my trading's not that good. But no, my sideburns won't grow out fully. They will, I just gotta leave it. Alright. Have we been to New Orleans before? Yeah, man, I'm from Baton Rouge. I'm from an hour away from New Orleans. I've been there numerous times on Mardi Gras, you know, all that stuff. Gets old when you live around there. You know, like I said, I grew up in Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana, and I was born an hour away from New Orleans. And like I said, it gets old after, you know, a little while. You know, not New Orleans. New Orleans is a great city. The food is awesome. You know, the food is awesome in New Orleans. But the problem is that like Mardi Gras gets old. If you've been there before, you know, it's fun first few times. When you live there, it gets old.
Yeah, the way to do New Orleans is like, especially if you ever have a chance to go to like a weekend New Orleans wedding, that's the way to do it. Just go there, you know, basically if you stay downtown, like right off Canal Street, that's the way to do it. And you just hang out all weekend. There's so much stuff to do. There's so much good food, you know, it really is an experience.
I just jumped to Netflix with just 10 shares, a small position here. I'm going to see if we can get a move up to like 436. That'll be like a nice $40 win. And then I'm going to risk off of about 431. And so I'm risking like 15, 20 bucks. Very small position. And what I need is the spot of bounce there. We'll see if we get it though. But that's what I'm watching right now. I'm in a very small position on Netflix.
Does anyone know how long it takes to cook chicken in the microwave? I don't think that's a good idea. I think it might be kind of rubbery if you do that. I don't know. I've never tried.
That got me back.
What? What's up? Oh, Carol's trying to give chicken advice in the microwave.
Cooking chicken in the microwave?
How long it takes to cook chicken in the microwave?
I have no.
Chris,
don't ask me.
Let's just not do that,
Yeah,
Chris.
I've never
Let's
cooked chicken in the
let's just
microwave.
pass on that
Unless
offer.
it's like a frozen, like,
Yeah.
Oh.
I just made something.
very cool. I like it. Great job.
This will have some What does it say?
That's amazing, buddy. Let me see that. Look at this, guys.
Great job.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
uh-oh.
Okay, bro.
Look at this.
Just show
Look at this,
everyone
guys.
the picture.
Yeah. There's two pictures actually. Flip it.
What is this? Tell us what it is. I gotta show it so they can hear it. Here, get in here and tell us what it is.
It's from Mario Kart.
It's from Mario Kart.
And it's but it's not on Mario Kart, but I made it up.
Oh, it's amazing, buddy. That's a great picture.
And it's something called fishball.
It's a great job.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy. Thank you.
Canal Street in New York? You said that?
No, we're talking about the
Yeah,
New
in New
Orleans Canal
Orleans.
Street.
Starter placed MU.
Yeah, y'all. New Orleans got hit with that COVID.
Yeah, man. They were partying too much over there.
Yeah. I feel like there was like an omen though over Mardi Gras because I think like 2 or 3 people got hit with the floats.
Them floats, man. Gotta watch out.
Honestly, Mardi Gras is fun, man. It's an experience for sure. It's fun. Do I trade UGAZ, natural gas? No, not really. Not much. Not much of a gas trader.
Too slammed for me now.
Yeah.
I used to be about those tight spaces and not really worry about stuff. Now I get in those tight places and I'm like, yo, get away from me.
No bueno.
Yeah, like I don't deal with those where people are literally on top of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't deal with it anymore.
Alright, I added a little bit more to my Netflix trade. I'm in with 20 shares now.
Yeah, only like pre-cooked or like frozen, like already cooked chicken. I would never put raw chicken in the microwave.
Yeah, don't ask me. I'm a terrible cook. I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys the wrong answer. You don't want to ask me, especially with chicken.
Yeah,
Get yourself a smart pot. That's my suggestion.
Jack's already 6. Crazy.
You don't have to be a chef with a smart pot.
Right.
The Instapot. Those do really well.
Gotta do some more school.
Alright. Love you.
All right, it was good. It was good seeing everyone or talking to everyone.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
Say bye to Kiro, everybody. Oh man, I turned the other way and Netflix is going down, man. No.
Let's do it over here. Oh, very cool. Let's not right on the table. Right on this cup. Oh, I love it. Here, let's use the other table right now.
Hey, see you, Isaac. Later, brother. Have a good day, man. Oh, man. I'm gonna get out of Netflix here, squeeze it down a little bit too much. Oh no, I doubled my position. Oh no. Alright, I'm in with 40 shares now. Should I just immediately exit this thing? Probably. Unless we get a nice little bounce. I should have. $10 down on the day. This is my P&L, guys. $10 day, it's alright. Very small. Might hang it up now. I don't know what else we have here, but that's probably about it.
Yup, not a lot happening today. It might be one of those days just to call it.
Yep.
All right, guys. If you guys want to go ahead and check out the platform that John and I use on these streams, you guys want to go ahead and check out TradeNet. The really cool, fun part about TradeNet is that it lets you trade long and short. You don't have to borrow shares. You get funded account programs that let you trade as much as you want with no PDT. Can't stress how much that it's important to us day traders. That's what it's really for. It's for day traders that are really trying to find a platform to give you some strength with that cheap commissions and ability to short stocks. And if you want some extra resources like a chat room, a demo account to practice, and a legit trading course. All this for less than $400 right now. Definitely makes sense risk and reward wise if you're trying to become a new trader and get your feet in the game. Definitely check it out, guys.
Yeah, for sure. A really cheap option, and it's, like I said, it's one of the ways that new traders specifically can actively day trade in the market, right? When your options, with new traders, your options are pretty limited. There's not many options. You know, you can go to a U.S. regulated broker. You're going to be restricted by 3 day trades per rolling 5-day week. If you go to options, you're going to be restricted with day trading as well. And so it's one of the cheaper ways that you can get actively involved in the market and learn to day trade stocks. Do I think you're going to be able to turn this into $1 million? No, but I think it's a great way to gain experience, and you have the potential to make money. It's $3.99 for their base package. It gives you $14,000 to trade with once you're approved, and there's no PDT rule. There's a $700 max loss, so it's similar to a prop firm, and then there's a 70-30 profit split as well. And I think that really allows traders to get involved in the market for cheap, where they're not risking a bunch. Instead of risking thousands like most new traders end up having to do, you can only risk $3.99, super cheap. Really cheap option, and you can check out that link here if you want to help support our channel. Great way to help support us, guys. Hey, appreciate it, Steve. Thank you, man. Definitely appreciate it, bro. Also, guys, if you want to use the same scanners as us, like shout out to Trade Ideas, really legit scanners, super customizable, let you do a lot of cool stuff with them as well. And you can use our promo code BT15 and get 15% off of these Trade Ideas scanners. I think when you really think about it, they can pay for themselves if you're a good enough trader, and you just gotta, check out what's moving, find your niche and strategy, and then these scanners can really be beneficial. Again, you can use our promo code BT15, get 15% off of our Trade Ideas scanners, and again, really easy to use scanners, super versatile and customizable, and you can kind of build different scans and strategies around stuff. And so I think they make sense in that regard, and you can check out the link in the chat if you want to help support our channel. We've got 119 likes in here, guys. Let's bring that number up a little bit more. Let's try to get 150 today if we can. Also, if you haven't already, we day trade live on stream for free on YouTube, guys. We are not experts, we are not gurus, we just teach people what works for us, and if it doesn't work, that's okay too. That's all we really do, is we just teach people what works for us. And so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. Definitely all good ways to help support our free content here. Shout out to all of our members. Becoming a member is just a good cheap way to help support our free content here. And so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And remember, like I said, if you click the bell next to the subscribe button, you get a notification and alert every single time we go live, which is again every weekday morning for free on YouTube. We also have our website here where you can check out, which has a lot of great free content for you to take advantage of. If you're a trader and you want some good free content to take advantage of, I'll show you this link here and you can check it out. Here's the link in the chat right here. I'll put the link up now. And again, you can see we have free trading course section where we break down a lot of cool stuff, a lot of strategies and stuff. We have a strategy section where we break down the actual strategies, giving you the actual charts to see. Let's see. And so I'll scroll down here and you can see these short patterns, VWAP fade. We got a lot of cool stuff. I'll post this link in the chat like I said, and you can try to take advantage of this. Sorry, I'm taking a little trade on Netflix here. And so I'm trying to let it work. I'll show you guys in a minute once I'm done. But yeah, you can see we got a lot of cool free breakdowns in it. And I'll post this link in the chat if you want to take a look at it here. Let me put this so you can see my P&L. Here's the link in the chat if you want to see it. I'm just in with 25 shares. Let me get out the rest there. So 113 on the day. But yeah, here's the link in the chat if you want to see it. Sorry, I was kind of in the middle of plugging stuff, so I didn't call that trade out. But yeah, there's the link in the chat. All of these are great ways to help support our channel, guys. We really appreciate it. Again, we get some haters. A lot of the time, they're just, trading's a very emotional thing, right? But we're just a free resource and community. And so, we hope you appreciate that. We hope you'll come join us again. We do this for free live every single day right here on YouTube. And so hit the subscribe button, guys. Good luck in the market. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and hang it up.
Hey, guys. Have a good one, guys. Take care.
Later,
See you guys tomorrow.